Still recording? Yeah? Okay. Alright, Connor. So I got one of our guns apart here. This one's the Dread Gun platform. So I'm just going to pop these pins out. And I've already taken a picture of this. So the hammer... Can I see the camera? Yeah. So it sits in the same position as... Oh man, the lighting is terrible. Anyway, it sits in the same position as everybody else's that's posted. You've got the disconnector there that the bolt is supposed to press when it slides backwards. That's what takes the valve off. So if we pull the trigger, you see the hammer pin here goes forward. And when the bolt resets, it takes a little bit of the pressure off. And then when the cam on the bolt... where's the bolt? So when this piece here, where my thumb is, that slides over it and releases the hammer you just saw there. It comes all the way off the mag valve, and then it's supposed to stay down like that. So that's when the bolt's travelled fully to the rear, and then it goes forwards again. And then when you pull the trigger, everything pops back up. So if I just pop this back in the gun, I want to show you how smooth the sort of bolt is. So this is one of our heavyweight stainless ones, but you know, the actual whatever the bolt's made of, it shouldn't affect the amount of pressure that the hammer exerts on your bolt carrier. So initially racking it without, so trigger isn't pulled, I'll lay it down else the pins will pop out. So first rack, that's always going to be the hardest one. I wish the camera wasn't wobbling so much, but you know. But once that's racked, you can feel a little bit. There's a stop just there, but it's not really a huge amount because the hammer does stick up enough to still press on the bottom of the bolt as it travels backwards. If I grab one of our others. So this one is one of our original Nightwind bolts. That's a scratch pattern on the top from where one of the rail screws caught it. But you can see there's this wear pattern on the bottom here, which is where the hammer just lightly drags along the bottom of the bolt as it travels backwards. The main contact point where it pushes the hammer down to reset the trigger is just there, and then it'll drag along the bottom of the bolt slightly, and then it'll go forwards again. So that's what that little bit of resistance is just there, but you can let go of it and it'll go straight forwards. So it should be nice and smooth like that. Just wanted to show you with a mag in, it's pretty much exactly the same. There's a little bit of resistance, but I mean, this is all nicely lubed up and stuff. It's not been used for a while. The trigger mech's all lubed up, as you can see in the window. That's with standard return spring, standard hammer spring, standard hammer. I haven't changed anything in the trigger mech in this gun. Obviously we've got the buffer pin, which is ours. But no, nothing that would affect how much pressure the hammer puts on the gun. I could take any one of these bolts and swap it out for this one. I've got a bag full of standard ones over there. I could put one of those in and the gun would still rack the exact same way. So, just as an example for you.